Hey folks, this is Thomas, the developer for Rayscaper, and wanted to give you a quick update of what we have been doing for the last month. We are gearing up to get a beta out, and we've been already creating a couple of test builds. Special shout out to Rich O'Brien from Sketchup, who has been brave enough to check out our first test builds. It's been crashing left and right, but his feedback has been super valuable in fixing already a couple of critical bugs. So cheers, mate. For our demo, I'm just gonna show the features that have been implemented in the last month. It's unscripted. It might go wrong, but let's see how it goes. What you see here is just beta software, so this is not what a 1.0 will look like, but it should give you a good idea of where Rayscaper is going. So first of all, we're focusing really hard on interactivity, and we've been fixing bugs and making optimizations in that area for the last month. So as you can see, geometry updates propagate real time to Rayscaper. Also, we make sure now it works nice with your favorite tools like vertex tools. So for example, well, if I'll make a cone here, you'll see here on the right that it will update in real time. Another cool thing we have been adding is more lights. So for example, we already had the point light, but we have a directional light now. And let me quickly disable the environment and change our render kernel. And we have no lights in the scene now, so it's all black here. And then we can add, for example, a spotlight. So it looks exactly what you would expect for spotlight. So it emits into a cone. You can configure things like the fall off angle, the cone angle, like that. No surprises there. We also have a directional light, which is similar to like the sun and emits light into a single direction in your scene. Let me just get a good angle, like this, yeah. And same here, you can change the power, the color of the light. Another feature I want to demonstrate to you is that we have new materials now, so we have diffuse materials, glossy materials, but we also have a metal material, a mirror material, a speckle material, and a substrate, which is a combination between glossy and diffuse, depending on your viewing angle. We also have a couple of new cool render kernels. So we have our approximate global illumination. We had that from the beginning, which does some fake GI to make it fast. But we also have things now like ambient occlusion renders. We have real global illumination based on path tracing, geometric normals, shading normals, and all the things you would expect of a production renderer. We also added subsampling. So if you change the scene, especially on complex scenes, it will subsample the scene just to make sure that the preview stays interactive. Another cool thing we have is, let me change to another kernel first. So let me go to approximate global illumination. Let me just put on the environment again and just delete some lights here to go back to original. So here we have our scene again. So the other cool thing I want to show you is material picking, especially in complex scenes. It can be very hard to find your materials quickly to edit. So, but now you can just pick them. So you click on a material and you can just immediately select it here and then quickly edit the outlook of that material. Like now the skin is this green. So I think that will make the user's workflow a lot quicker. Another thing we added is depth of field for the camera. So again, you can pick here a camera focus point. You can figure a lens radius, and then you pick whatever is in focus. We're also working on autofocus, but that's still a work in progress. And then you change the lens radius and to increase or decrease the depth of field effect. The next thing I want to show you is we also added interactive tool mapping now. So these won't restart rendering. So you can change your exposure of your scene to something higher or something lower. You have a vignette effect which darkens the edges around the scene, or very extreme now. You have your tool mapping operators like Reinhardt and Linear. We'll add more tool map operators and tool map curves there as we go towards that 1.0. And the last thing I want to show you quickly is like Rayscaper. Not only works on toy scenes, but you can actually use it for real production scenes as well. So let me load a scene here. And there we go. So this is more of a production scene. And again, interactive rendering, things like vignette, color picking work as well in this scene. You see this, some of the materials look a bit wonky. That's because there's still a bug we're trying to fix. But what Rayscaper tries to do is convert your materials, or do at least a same initial conversion of your material as a start. And then you can further edit material in Rayscaper to use physically based materials instead of the rather primitive materials that SketchUp has available. That was my little demo. So what is next now is we'll iron out those obvious bugs that make it hard to test it. But once that is there, we'll put it into the hands of the beta testers. It won't be a 1.0 release. It won't be feature complete, but it should have enough features to make those initial cool renders. And then together, based on your feedback, we'll improve the software and we'll work towards a 1.0. And that's it for now. So thank you very much for your attention and see you next time. Cheers.